युगलाष्टकम की जय। श्रील जीव गोस्वामी पाद की जय। जगत गुरु शील प्रभुपाद की जय। हरे कृष्णा, धन्यवाद, प्रणाम।
Hare Krishna, Bhanu, how are you?
Hare
So nice to
Krishna.
see you after a long time.
Yeah. Hare Krishna
Yes.
to everyone. Hare Krishna, dear devotees.
Hare Krishna.
And
Dandavat Pranam. I will just give a short introduction about you, then you can start. तो आज हमारे साथ हैं भानु नंदिनी माता जी, जो परम पूज्य भक्ति भृंग गोविंद महाराज की शिष्या हैं। काफी सालों से इस्कॉन में हैं और माता जी उन्होंने वृंदावन में उन्होंने नृत्य सीखा है और वो सारा जो सेवा है वो भगवान के मतलब जो कला है भगवान की सेवा में यूज कर रही है। माता जी एक बैलेरिना भी है, माता जी बैले भी सिखाती हैं। सो शी इज हैविंग ऑल क्वालिटीज और बहुत अच्छी प्रचारक भी है, बहुत अच्छी भक्त भी है ओवरऑल। सो आज का जो श्लोक है हम लोग माता जी से सुनते हैं। ओवर टू यू माता। हरे कृष्णा, दंडवत प्रणाम।
Hare Krishna, Gopimanohardasbbgs Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam. In fact, it was very short notice to prepare the class. So anyway, I tried. So I need your all mercy and blessings that whatever I experience in all these years of Krishna consciousness, and by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada and Shri Guru Parampara and Guru Maharaj, and by the mercy of Shri Shinita Gaura Nataraj, I will be able to speak. And yeah, please give me your blessings. I'm seeking for all of you Vaishnava's blessings. Hare Krishna. So today is Srimad Bhagvatam, Canto 3, Chapter 33, text number 19. And we are going to read the verse, but before the verse, I would like to offer my praise to Guru Maharaj and to Guru Parampara. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishna Bhutale Shrimate Vrindavan. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishna Bhutale Shrimate Vrindavan. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauri Shashwava Shchatarande Shatarame Deham Shri Guru Shri Dapadakalam Shri Guru Vaishnavam Shra Yupam Sakrajadam Sahagam Radhunatham Vitam Sajivam Sadhvaitam Sahitam Sahitam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Shakam Panchatatvakam Krishnam Bhaktarupa Sarupakam Bhaktavatam Bhaktanam Nityananda Mahamuni Sarvananda Karam Param Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishna Krishna Chaitanya Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabam Bhajagatpate Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Krishna Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So text number 19, Canto 3, Chapter 33. Yatra pravishtam atmana vibudhana nuchara jagu vapyam utpalagandhinyam vardameno palalitam. Translation by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. When Devahuti would enter that lovely garden to take her bath in the pond filled with the lotus flowers, the associates of the denizens of heaven, the Gandharvas, would sing about Kardama's glorious household life. Her great husband, Kardama, gave her all protection at all times. So this is a very beautiful verse, and we can elaborate how it can be applied in our age of Kali Yuga, practically in Krishna consciousness. Of course, Srila Prabhupada gave us topmost, he shared with us topmost knowledge, and he did so much sacrifice to translate these books of Vedic scriptures, of Vedic wisdom, that at least by reading these books, we will be elevated to such an exemplary household life of grihasthas, life of the devotees to be in Krishna consciousness. So it is a big fortune to get this chance or to get this benefit, Krishna consciousness, because Krishna consciousness movement is so pure, and this movement will really uplift our consciousness. It will purify us, it will bring us to this level of what Kardama Muni was taking care of his responsibility as a grihastha. Of course, he was a great devotee of Lord Shri Krishna, of Lord Vishnu, and we know from previous verses of Srimad Bhagvatam that he was such wonderful devotee, but he had a desire to get married, to have, marriage life. So to fulfill his desire, the Lord himself guided him within the heart. And we know that Swayambhuva Manu, he proposed to Kardama Muni his beautiful, very, very qualified daughter, Devahuti. And in this purport, Srila Prabhupada writes that Devahuti got all protection, how it should be. Prabhupada all the time mentioning that the girl should always have a protection of her father, and then further she has to have protection of her husband, and then she has protection by her son. So all the time the women has to be protected. And here is a very beautifully described in this chapter how Kardama Muni, being even though such a powerful yogi, he didn't neglect the responsibility of grihastha. He didn't say that, oh, I'm yogi, I'm renounced, so I will not, take care of household things. I will not take care of my responsibility, which is nowadays we can see sometimes in Kali Yuga, especially in my country, we can see that man doesn't want to have any responsibilities. He only wants to enjoy, and enjoy what? By his lower chakras, yeah. So this is a Kali Yuga science, and Srila Prabhupada once mentioned that in Kali Yuga, everything will be only around the sex life. If they don't satisfy each other in sex life, it's the life of the cats and dogs, then they immediately will be separated. This is what's happening now. Unfortunately, it going slowly, like in Kali Yuga, more progressing. Even now these days, I can see in India, the girls become more loose and the girls become more open, and this concept of be independence of the women independence, which is the wrong conception. Yeah, sometimes women will say, yes, we want to be independent, but by the nature, women cannot be independent. She can be only happy when she is under protection her husband, under protection her father, because this material world is so cruel and everyone is so selfish and everyone wants to take just advantage how to self gratify themselves. So the woman is by nature, she is like innocent. she can be fooled very, very easily. And then men will take advantage, and this is what happening. And then it will be frustration for her. And then she will beget Varna Sanskara, she'll beget unwanted population, which was mentioned by Arjuna to Shri Krishna. What will happen? That all male will be killed on Kurukshetra battle. The Varna Sanskara, the women will be unprotected, and the population of Varna Sanskara people will be, and it will be loss of all morality, it will be loss of culture, everything will be degraded slowly, slowly. And now we can see practically in Kali Yuga. But this Krishna consciousness, what Prabhupada gave us, it's a really gem, it is a treasure for all living entities, especially for human beings, to really live a happy life, happy family life. And example is given here in Srimad Bhagvatam by Kardama Muni and Devahuti. So Kardama Muni, he was giving protection to Devahuti, seeing her qualities, how wonderful qualities of the service attitude, very unconditional, dedicated to her husband. He decided to reward her with all her service that she didn't, even though she was daughter of Swayambhuva Manu, she was granddaughter of Brahma, but she didn't see that she is a daughter, she is a queen, she is a royal. She didn't see it. She did her best duty to her husband, knowing that he is such amazing, wonderful devotee. She dedicated herself to him with the body, with the mind, with the soul, unconditionally. And seeing these qualities of Devahuti, of course, Kardama Muni, he rewarded her with all this, finally, with the beautiful Viman city, with all this opulence. But they see the qualities again, because Kardama Muni and Devahuti, they're in Krishna consciousness. Everything is Krishna centered. So there was no attachment for material opulence at all. Even though having all this comfort, having this all opulence, but of background, deep there inside, there is always Krishna. How can I live my life not only for my sense gratification, but live my life for pleasing my Guru, pleasing Krishna? Of course, this is still high words, to please Guru, to please Krishna, but how it should be practical, in the family life. And it's again, when we more practice in Krishna consciousness, then we realize this is really higher taste. Even though maybe I don't have that much taste that I'm completely in love with Krishna, I'm having prema, but still the taste for the, for the sense gratification is not there. So what is the difference between grihastha life and grihamedhi life? We know grihamedhi, they just live for themselves. And this is why they have so many, how to say, sometimes frustration within the family, because everyone wants to gratify himself. Wife wants for herself, husband wants for himself, children pulling them for themselves, and like this is like, pulling trains a different direction, and that's give frustration. That's give frustration to the living entity. But grihastha life, when everything around the Krishna, even though we are like, we can live comfortably, we can have a beautiful house, we can have money, we can have everything. It's nothing wrong with it. But Krishna conscious person, he utilizes everything in Krishna's service. That's the beauty. That's the beauty of Krishna consciousness. And that's the beauty what Srila Prabhupada gave us. Practical. Sometimes when we come to Krishna consciousness, we all going through this fanatical stage, and we're like, we are trying to pose ourselves, we are so renowned artificially, superficially we are renowned. We don't want anything. Of course, maybe initially it is good because you have that feeling, yes, I want to become a good devotee. I want to become a good devotee, so I will go through all these austerities. I will do everything for Krishna. I will do everything that Krishna will be happy with. That's very, very nice. It's very nice also. This is kind of stage in our devotional source, which every one of us had to go and maybe have to go. But then it is immature. So we need the guidance of course, of the senior devotees who already gone through all the stages, and they can help us with the advice, with the suggestions, how to become better devotee. And then when the stage passed, then we understand how immature I was. But the mood, initial stage of it is so beautiful because you're like completely, you're like, I remember myself, I was so happy. I was so enthusiastic. I had so much utsaha. I didn't care what my university classmate would say about me, that I'm Krishna conscious, that I'm like maybe little cuckoo. I'm not like them. I didn't care. So that mood was really beautiful. And I all the time was thinking of Krishna. I was reading books of Srila Prabhupada with so much enthusiasm. Yeah. Sometimes now I'm thinking, where is that enthusiasm is gone? Yeah. So, but slowly, but it doesn't mean that it's gone. It is there, but it's become more deep and more composed, Krishna consciousness. And then you understand, like slowly, like now I'm analyzing my life, my spiritual life in all these years. And what is there any transformation in my heart? Of course, there is transformation in the heart. The more we are progressing, that is a sign. It should be transformation of the heart. Your heart should be melted. Your heart should be more soft. Your heart should be more compassionate. And that is a Krishna consciousness. And Krishna consciousness, again, grihasa life, archa vigraha. Archa vigraha deities. It is also so important, a part of chanting, a part of association with devotees. It is also so important to have Archa Vigraha at home because, it's not only purifying the process when you serve Lord in his beautiful form, when you feed him, because he is a person who resides in your house and you, from the background of your conscience, he is always there. So whenever we go to buy vegetables or fruits, we immediately thinking, oh, we will make these dishes for Krishna. We will make these dishes. The Lord likes sweets. The Lord likes that. The Lord likes, we make something for him. So we don't think ourselves, oh, let me put this into my mouth and enjoy. No, we think what Krishna will like just by buying those vegetables. I know, like, I'm working hard. And devotees consciousness, I'm working hard, but again, to utilizing Krishna consciousness, that I can buy, beautiful flowers all the time, decorate the altar and offer beautiful flowers to Supreme Lord who resides in our house. I can buy beautiful, beautiful ornaments, maybe gold ornaments for the Lord, not for myself. I can buy beautiful, beautiful cloth which I can stitch for him. And of course, when I cook, I clean the house. Everything is around the Krishna. And that is an amazing thing, that's amazing thing, which this process of always feeling the presence of the Lord. Even whenever we go outside, we always we bow down and we ask for, of the Lord, please protect me, Krishna. Please protect me, Krishna. Let me safely go to my destination. Let me safely come back. Again, I approach to my Lord. Lord is there to always to reciprocate. But we always should be conscious. He is not just a statue. He is a personality. And that's slowly comes. when we develop our more intimate relationship with the deities, we can feel the personal presence of the Lord, the way how he looks at you, the way how he smiles at you, the way if he likes some dishes that prasadam becomes so intoxicated and powerful. So all life of the grihasthas are like this, Now I wanted to take point as more deep how now I know it's a very like sometimes we speak high, but how we can utilize in Krishna consciousness the relationship between husband and wife. It is so important, like here, Kardama Muni, it is, he gave all protection. He gave not only material protection, of course, he gave the emotional, spiritual protection to devotee, that she will be, he made all facilities for her that she will be able to, come closer to the Krishna consciousness, come to close to, he facilitated for her all that she become Krishna conscious. And then she has a son, Kapila Muni, from whom she got all instructions. She got spiritual perfection, just questioning him and getting answers about the spiritual life and who we are and what is our goal of life. That is so important, So sometimes the Grihamedhas, they don't have any goal in life. They just live and live their lives. They're like enjoying all the time. But for Grihasas, we have that goal of life. And goal of life that the husband and wife, they are helping each other to grow, to perfect their spiritual life. And husband's very happy when the wife is progressing in spiritual life. And he also helps her not only by maintaining the family, not only by the earning, we'll say, grossly bread, like, materially. He also should help her how to facilitate all facilities, to make sometimes free that she can really progress in Krishna consciousness. I know sometimes for the women it is difficult because also so many responsibilities to take care of the house, to take care of the parents, to take care of the children, to take care of the husband, everything on her shoulders. And ideal grihastha devotee, he should always feel that, it's not only that, he should treat her and cherish her with the respect and love. And how not predominating in the house, like he should be best friend. And Krishna consciousness is teaching us how we can be as a best friend to all living entities. What to say about your wife? Wife should be the best friend, and husband also should be best friend. And that is a very healthy, harmonious relationship. And husband, sometimes he should feel, oh, my wife is so tired. She has to do so much. And plus, she has to also practice Krishna consciousness. So in that moment, he should not be so fanatical and pressurize her. Did you chant your 16 rounds? He should see the situations, because sometimes what's happened, immaturity will bring that the person or devotee who is just started Krishna consciousness, he can just give up Krishna consciousness. He can give up because he is not up to that level yet. It's very difficult. So we need to support each other in the family grihastha life. Support from the husband is only not material, like I mentioned. It should be also emotional. Sometimes wife feel like very, very exhausted and she has no energy because as a woman, she is giving all energy to everyone. And sometimes she gets exhausted and there is no energy. So this is where husband should feel. He should give that energy to her. He should give that protection to her. He should give love to her, to support her. Emotionally support, not that it is your duty, you do your duty. No, he has to sometimes come, give her, ask her, how are you? What is your problem? Share with me, just give her a hug. Sometimes maybe she doesn't want anything material, but she wants attention. And that is the best protection, that husband understand his wife in what difficulty she is, what she's facing. And, as a woman body is not easy because we have so many things. Forget about our crazy mind. Forget about that. We have so many things which is happening in our body, and that is influencing our mind so much. So sometimes husband, because man's nature is different, women's nature is different, but she expects that from the husband. First is his understanding, his care, his love. Okay, it's not, sometimes man doesn't understand. He sometimes think that, oh, why she's so unhappy? I'm not bad guy. I'm like, why she's like so unhappy? But he doesn't understand, not because she's unhappy with you as a husband. She's unhappy because of so many things. And in that moment, he should not think of it's because of him. Everything's happening because she's unhappy because of him. But it is natural. Men think in that way. But it's not actually a problem in him. The problem is that she's too tired and exhausted. And that moment, he should not think of himself. He should think of her. Okay, let me do something for her. Let me go take her out. Let me make vacation for her. Let her take rest. Let her, like, okay, if you cannot do that, at least bring some flower to her. Give the flower and she'll be happy. Give the rose. Sometimes I'm asking my Prabhu, I said, can you bring me some flower? So I feel sometimes women should tell husband, that because husband, he himself will not, how to say, he will not come to this idea. So sometimes wife has to give him suggestion. Can you bring flowers to me, please? Why? Because I will feel happy. I want that attention as a small child, as a small innocent girl. I'm a mature woman. I'm a mother of my children, yeah, but still I'm a girl. I'm a girl who wants that protection, who wants that love, who wants that attention. And that's very important, practical understand this. I feel like when husband and he understand these things, their life will be really happy. Someone told, happy wife, happy life. It is true. So it's not only the, how you say, I forgot this word in English, to give, okay, I'll say in simple words, to give to wife all whatever she required, yeah. But it's very important, the emotional support for her. Give her more love, and then more, and like this, she will be recharged. She will be more recharged to give you more. And this is how it is circulating in the family, in the house, because everything actually, even every small things, it is come from the wife. Yeah, because she's taking care of all minor small things in the house. And when you give her more, she will give you more. And okay, a part of all this now, so many psychologists, they say, okay, you treat your wife well, you treat your wife with respect, and this automatically the prosperity will be in your house. It is true. It is true. The more you keep your wife happy, the more prosperous and more income will be. Yeah. Krishna will be so glad, Krishna will be so happy that you are treating another living entity with a lot of respect, with a lot of love. Yeah. And she's your wife, who is the closest. She is the closest friend. She is the closest who in all difficult situations, she will be background. Yeah, of course, this is ideal wife, but sometimes we see as there can be different situation in the life. It can be completely opposite. And the husband is got frustrated because wife is not doing her duty or responsibilities, and she's more materialistic, and she's just demanding and demanding, and she wants sense gratification. Of course, that will be frustration. That's why it's a great fortune, Prabhupada said, to have a wife, a Vaishnavi, because she has a higher understanding. She has a higher understanding that she has a knowledge of Vedic wisdom. She understands that all these material things are temporary. It will not make me happy. So what is ultimate happiness? I should do my devotional service to Krishna. I should come to the stage to love Krishna. That is a Vaishnavi, yeah? Vaishnavi who wants everything also. Yeah, she has to be also provided with all material comfort, that she will not think of the material things. Her mind will be more in peace. Maybe she doesn't need all these things, but if there is some comfort, she will be more focused on the spiritual life. When wife has everything material provided also, she will have more focus and peaceful mind to progress in Krishna consciousness. And that is the duty of the husband. Yeah, there is so much information which like I'm trying to somehow to, to be, how to say, more clear and more like, summarize. And yeah, that's the thing. So another beautiful point that Kardama Muni and Devahuti, they were completely detached from all this material opulence, but they were, because they were in Krishna consciousness. They were in Krishna consciousness. There is a higher purpose, yeah, in the life. Higher purpose will help us to elevate ourselves. So let me check here. There's some points. One point I already mentioned. Yeah, so I want to again repeat that even whether we are parents or spouses, teachers or employees, Krishna consciousness means performing our duties as a service to Krishna. That means we don't neglect our duties, but whatever we do everything in Krishna's service. So Kardama Muni demonstrates here responsibility without attachment. So he is responsible, but he is not attached. Care without possessiveness. Yes. Service without selfish motives. Yeah, so something else I wanted to say about the Grihastha life. Creating a peaceful atmosphere for Krishna consciousness. Yeah, creating a peaceful atmosphere for Krishna consciousness, that's more important. Peaceful atmosphere, again, I would say understanding between husband and wife. Listen to each other, spend time together, talk to each other. Sometimes husband just need to open the ears and listen what his wife. Maybe she can be sometimes silly, but it's very important if he listens to her, and that will be also very peaceful life in the family, because she can at least pour out what is all frustration in her heart. She can pour out and she can speak what is disturbing her, and the husband should not neglect that, because sometimes we can see a husband doesn't want to listen. Maybe he is sometimes with his phone or he is with his work and he has no time to listen to his wife. But it's very important to listen to his wife and what she speaks, what she tells, and give her a beautiful spiritual guidance, by listening her problems. And that's also peaceful life in Krishna consciousness. Yeah, atmosphere, peaceful atmosphere, harmonious atmosphere. And love means helping another soul move closer to Krishna. So that's a real love. Yeah. Devotees' qualities is, like we mentioned, like I remember in the previous class when it was, to respect every living entity. Yeah. To respect every living entity, respect even the opinion of your children. Do not force your opinion, being pretending that I'm a elder, I'm a master, yeah, it's very important to understand that everyone is every living entity is individual soul with his own qualities, with his own habits from previous lives, with his own understanding. So as a devotees, we should try to improve ourselves, to have those qualities, where we will have a lot of tolerance, patience, and compassion. And of course, and the key of all these qualities, it should be love. If we love someone, we can tolerate, we can be patient, we can be compassionate. Yeah, so that's a very important thing. But love develops only when we are practicing Krishna consciousness, when we are following all instructions of the spiritual master, when we are following the sadhana, when we are associating with devotees, when we recharge ourselves with devotee sangha. So this is a key which we keep all the time repeating, but this is important. Yeah, we cannot avoid this. If we want to be successful in our spiritual life, we have to find the strength and be on this track. Do not be deviated to any other ways, be on this track very firm and go even how much we can, how much it is difficult. I know every family is facing so many difficulties in their life, but still we have to be firmly stand on this path, and that will give us success. That will give us more strength, and Krishna is always there to protect us, to always guide us, to support us. I just want to tell again practical example of my mom, how wonderful Vaishnavi she is, because even being actually her life was like full of all the time that she had to protect. Not she was seeking protection from the husband, but husband, instead of giving her protection, he actually was giving more stress to her, and I don't know, like this, sometimes I am just questioning, when before marriage, sometimes boys, like, they want to have that girl, there's so much, even they so much want to get that girl, to get married to her. He's in love with her, he will do everything, but once he get married, sometimes all this, his love and care, it disappears, it disappears somewhere, and then he forgets that how much he wanted her before marriage and what's happened after marriage. After marriage, he doesn't care. After marriage, he is giving more stress to her. After marriage, he is giving more frustration to her. And of course, I would say this is all Kali Yuga manifestation. But seeing my mom, I don't, of course, blame my father. Of course, my father was a real good father for myself. But when we came to Krishna consciousness, it became more difficult for my mom. It became more difficult, but you see, I want to tell the point that when you take shelter of Krishna, Krishna is always there to support you, even like a husband, support you like a father. Because my mom, she got a lot of, instead of understanding from her husband, she got more like, more attacks, maybe, some emotional attacks. And all the time, whole life, she was in stress. She was always tight like this. She couldn't relax, because if she would do something, she would be maybe not understood by her husband. So she had to live her life like this all the time. But the great things happen, it's happened because she came to Krishna consciousness. And of course, my sister brought to Krishna consciousness whole family, and mom picked up, because for all these years she was looking for this, because there she was dreaming as a girl to find the love. She couldn't, that love has become illusion. She was thinking that she loved her husband so much, but she got disappointed. So that's material life. And once Bhakti Bringa Govinda Swami Maharaj in the class, sometimes spiritual master can know even your previous, in this life, your something, what was in past. And once he said, everyone is looking for love here, but does love exist here in this material world? Did you find the love? Then he asked my mom, Radharani, did you find the love? So my mom said, no, I didn't find love. So Guru Maharaj said, yes, you cannot find the love in this material world. The real love, when you are, on this path of Krishna consciousness. We can attain the real love to being on this path in devotional service to Krishna. That is real love. This is our real identity as a spiritual soul. And we are looking in the wrong place. We are looking for this love in the wrong place. And everyone, if you observe, every girl is dreaming of love. Every girl before marriage is dreaming of her love. But then sometimes she gets married and she gets disappointed. That's material life. The real love is a prema bhakti. We should try to work really, put our efforts more and more to attain. We are giving chance to us, as such a chance which was given by Lord Chaitanya through this Hare Krishna Mahamantra, through this Harinam Sankirtana, to attain the topmost love of Krishna consciousness, the topmost love which belongs to Shrimati Radharani. And that love of Shrimati Radharani which was hidden in her heart, which Lord Chaitanya wanted to experience, that love which has Shrimati Radharani. He just unlocked that box in her heart, and he distributed this love of Shrimati Radharani through Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So Hare Krishna Mahamantra, it is a pure prema of Shrimati Radharani. It is her pure prema which is so rarely attained, even by, we say devatas, the godly citizens. And it's very rarely attained. So we should really, really cherish, we should really, really hold this chance that in this lifetime we can try, I know how much difficult it is, but try to put all the force to chant the holy name purely. Our mind is so disturbed, like in Srimad Bhagvatam, it is said in first canto. Our mind is so disturbed, our life is so short. But only one benefit in the Kali Yuga, this lifetime, it's given to us. It's to take Krishna consciousness and chant the holy name. So we can just perfect ourselves by chanting the holy name purely. And it can bring, it's assured by Lord Chaitanya. It's assured by Lord Chaitanya. We can attain the Prema Bhakti in this lifetime. In such a short life, what is it, another 20 years and we are old people? And 20 years is just one moment. It will pass so fast. We will not even realize how we will be in old bodies. And sometimes we don't realize we will reach that age or not. So why don't we, why we should lose this chance of purify ourselves and attain the prima bhakti which belongs to Srimati Radharani and which was distributed by Lord Chaitanya himself. And Lord Chaitanya himself, he was demonstrating, we know in Chaitanya Charitamrita, yeah, it is written, he was demonstrating this pure love of Srimati Radharani towards himself, towards Shri Krishna. So this is a thing. So where was I? I wanted, suddenly it came to the Lord Chaitanya's love and holy name. Yeah, so if we do just chanting, it purifies our heart and it will bring to that perfection in all aspects. Devotional life, grihastha life, in all our duties, because center everywhere will be Krishna. Everywhere will be Krishna in our consciousness. Deep there. Okay, so I think I will stop here, and any questions, please, any comments? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. First of all, thank you very much for such a what should I say, wonderful class for, especially for grihasthas, and keeping the point of view of Mataji's wives very nicely presented. Because yeah, men are like that. They are so much engrossed. I see myself so much busy with the office, outside world. So there's so much of chaos going on when we are dealing as a man. We are dealing with that, and we keep fighting that, and then sometimes it happens that uh, there is some misunderstanding between husband and wife, because husband thinks, okay, I'm fighting all around the outside world, and then after coming home, if he doesn't get that love and affection, again that's a problem. And wife is also expecting, yeah. So I practically am sharing my example. Like, I have so much of pressure from office, from outside world, and then sometime after coming home also there is uh, something we are not happy. So then initially I think like, oh, but I don't respond. Okay, then what I do is we keep our aside our whatever pressure is there, and then we start thinking about others. Okay, what my wife wants, what my children wants, and then mind becomes peaceful, and the home atmosphere also becomes peaceful. If I just keep thinking about myself, oh, I'm doing so much, and why I'm not getting this and that, so that that uh, that makes a very chaotic life. Uh, it won't be a proper grahastha life. So I think mutual understanding is also a very, like you said, very important part that should be looked into. And I think nowadays there is so much of problems, relationship issues going on between husband and wife. Is that is the main reason, because I think everybody's thinking about his own self, and then that becomes. I've seen many, like I have some cases for healing relationship issues. So it's all problematic. So we need to take it. We should understand that this is a material world full of dukhalayam, and we should keep aside that thing. And then, like a devotee, a Vaishnava, he always thinks of others. Okay, okay, I have problem. Okay, keep it aside. Let me think of others. So that's how, if we could develop that mood, I think then we can have a, I think, good grahastha life also, and a good Vaishnava uh, spiritual life also. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, I just wanted to tell again, like, thank you so much, Gopimanohar. Yeah, it's very difficult, but This is how Vaishnavas, how devotees are. We all the time working on ourselves, on our qualities. Somewhere something is going wrong, I have to work on it. And yeah, the husband should not bring that frustration outside the world, even though he is frustrated, but do not pour everything on his family. That's more important, that you have to be more controlled and composed. I know it's difficult. And wife, she is always there to support you. The wife, she is always there to make you relax, to become all right, peaceful, because she has so much love for their husbands, that this ideal wife I'm speaking about, that she is selfless. When she's selfless, she's all the time thinking of benefits of others. But sometimes we forget, right? Sometimes husband forget that everything is doing wife, 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 wife. So why don't we think of her? Let me think of her. How can I, support her emotionally? How can I make her also be free of something which is like everything is on her shoulders, like I mentioned, no? So that's the important thing, that husband also should not. I know it sometimes it is a masculine nature, that in the men's nature, that everyone's like Purusha, I would say, yeah, in material world, Purusha nature, that everything should be for me. The wife should understand me, my children should listen to me, everything. But the ideal grihastha life, it is when the husband also put effort to release wife from sometimes some days, to give her good rest. Not all the time she's in the kitchen and washing her vessels and washing the vessels and cleaning. No, I feel sometimes husband also give good rest to wife. Let her relax, to be completely free of household, and then she will be recharged, and then she will be continue more with more enthusiasm. That's a very important practical point. This is, I feel like, if I'll take my example, sometimes I'm coming from work, I'm very tired, and I'm tired of washing vessels every evening. Sometimes I go cuckoo. I said, how long it can be? How long it can be? Whole life I have to do this. So even this mentally is making you so much frustrated. So sometimes even husband, he is tired. I know he is he has so much work, but he should also understand, oh, she is mentally tired of it. Let me go and help her. Like for me, I would say Braja he is my loving friend. He comes and he washes the vessels. When I'm tired, and because I'm a ballet teacher, my feet are so much in pain after classes, because all these hours, 3-4 hours, I'm dancing. I'm dancing with the children. So I come, my feet, my legs, my calves, everything's so pain. So even though he's so tired, but Braja always, he massaged my feet. He said, come, I will massage. And half an hour he's massaging my feet. And that's amazing. I'm saying how fortunate I am that I have such a wonderful husband who understand me, who care of me, who really is not love only by words, it's love by action. And that's important thing. Yeah, that's a very important thing. It's not that I'm saying I love you, darling. There is beautiful cartoon in Russia, and I always the Soviet Union cartoon. I always keep saying to brother sometimes, you know, but I would say those who made this cartoon, such intelligent people, because they observe the life in reality, not just in the pink clouds, how love should be. So in that cartoon, it's showing that man is in all different time, ancient time, yeah, different time. He is meet women, and then when he meets her, he is like fallen in love with her, and then he started singing the song, my darling, I will give you the star, and he's singing, especially when she will feed him. After that, he starts singing. He becomes so happy when stomach is full. He's so happy. So sometimes Braj also will eat prasad and he starts singing. Then we start teasing each other. Oh, you're so happy now. You started singing the song. So he was starting singing the song. My darling, my love, I will give you the star. And then they show different time. And I was thinking in 1960, they showed this time when it's like hectic, so many cars, so much is like so-called civilizations, lifts, and like everything so cosmic and fantastic now. This is reality of the life is now. And then he's taking her to cosmos. My love, I'm giving you the star. And what's the end reality? The vessel comes. The vessel comes like this. And she starts cleaning. And that is the reality of the life. So it should not be like this, that the husband will say, my love, I'm giving you the star, my darling, I love you. And he's just doing his work, he's just doing, and then he's lying on the sofa. And then wife has to come with the cup of tea and like, okay, my darling, come, have your tea. Okay, of course she will do that. She will do, but sometimes she also needs that. Sometimes I expect also from my husband when I'm so tired. Of course, he does that, but sometimes I expect more. Can he please give me tea? Okay, but I know he's busy, and sometimes I come tired and I say, Braja, can you make tea for me, please? And he comes, he makes tea. So that's a nice. I feel this is nice. It will be peaceful, happy family life. Of course, and essence that we support each other. I support my husband in his spiritual progress. Any problems, any prachar, I'm there to support him. I take all responsibilities on my shoulders. Let him progress spiritually, become a pure devotee, become a pure Vaishnava. Yeah, become by just facilitate for him, to take care of him, to become pure Vaishnava. I know I also be purified and become good Vaishnava as well. Hare Krishna. Sorry, I took so much time to talk.
No, correct.
Yeah.
Sorry. One thing I realized from talks like love is not just words, but putting into action. Just don't say I love you, baby, I love you. Don't do anything, and she keeps doing the whole thing. So, and even if you see bhakti also, bhakti, Prabhupada always said we are not devotional service. It has to be service. So even in love, we love Krishna, so we do the
But
service. So we'll do service. Yeah, yeah.
Actually, it is service. It is a love. It's unseparated words. It cannot be separated. When there is a love, there is always service. Shrimati Radharani loves Krishna, there is always topmost service. All Brajabasis, they have so much love for Krishna, there is a service. So it cannot be separated. Service means love. Love means service.
Correct. Yeah. So thank you.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Sophie,
I think
interrupted you. Sorry.
no. There is some hand raised.
I saw Govinda Charan raised before, and I don't know why he wanted to ask some.
I am thinking like he's just a boy, doesn't know in Grahastha life. So what points he has? Let's hear from him. Hare Krishna.
He had questions. Let him ask.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna,
Govinda?
Mataji. Thank you for the wonderful session. And you highlighted very good points. And actually, my question uh, was like you specifically stressed like our relationship with the deities we have at home. So you said that we have to bring that spark, that we don't have to consider them just as deities, but as a family member. So how to like how to bring consistency in that, because we find it like, yeah, for a day or two we are able to do that. Like, yeah, we think about these deities are like a personal family member, but when the work life goes to like rest, and we just forget that. So how to?
Yeah, I got your question. Thank you, Govinda Charan. Consistency comes at the present of your worship to the Lord at that moment. Maybe because sometimes we are so busy, I understand maybe you don't have time to worship Lord. But at that moment, when you have a time to worship Lord, you should completely be immersed in that worship. You put all your feelings in that worship. Whatever you do Shringar, or you do like, I was very fortunate that I got one book of our Sampradaya, and this was elaborately described how to worship the Lord, and I took it immediately. And I'll just give you my personal example. I'm also very busy, and most of the time my Prabhu is worshiping the Lord, and he loves worshiping the Lord. But what I was doing, like, I learned a lot of things, and I tried to more elaborately become personal with the Lord. How? I will tell you. First, of course, we should seek for the mercy of Guru. We cannot directly approach the Lord. So, Guru, your spiritual master, first we worship our spiritual master. How? I will tell you. I wake them up, and I'm in my meditation. I will do everything by my mind. I wake up, and then I meditate how Guru Maharaj comes, and I offer the lotus flowers or rose petals to his lotus feet. Everything by mind, and I feel it works. It really works, because it feels me. I completely get immersed in that present moment. And after, when I worship, I feel so much peace and so much satisfaction in my heart. So what I do, I wake up Guru Maharaj, then I do service to Guru Maharaj, to his picture. We know that picture and personality also is not only deities, as a spiritual master also we should consider as a Krishna, because he is very dear to Krishna. He is very dear. He is a representative of Krishna. Yeah. So I offer him to his lotus feet flowers. Then I offer him achamanyam. Then I offer him arkyam. Then I offer him madhuparka. Then I invite him for the snanyam. Then I offer him cloth. Then I offer him the brahmanical thread. Then I offer him the scented oil. So everything I do, of course, in my meditation, I'm not personally do that. I engage in also in my mind, my Prabhu, that I'm just like doing this service. I'm preparing everything, all parphinaries for his worship to the spiritual master. So it's like this. And once I finish all this worship to spiritual master, at the end, what you should offer him beautiful garland, which I also make different varieties of garlands in my mind. And I offer this garland to my Guru Maharaj. Then I offered again lotus or some beautiful different color flowers to his lotus feet. And I offered to him, to the lotus feet of Guru Maharaj, I offered to him after beautiful Idam Sugandham Pushpam. Idam Sugandham Pushpam Ayam Guravinam, beautiful flower to give to his hand. So after worshiping spiritual master, then I asked Guru Maharaj's mercy, please, Guru Maharaj, please allow me to assist you in the worship of Shishi Gaura Nitai Nataraj, because our deity is Shishi Nitai Gaura Nataraj. Please allow me assist you in the service, in your service to the Gaura Nitai. And then again, I offer Achamanyam, I offer them Arkyam, I offer everything Mansik I'm offering. And then I make for them also in my mind different asanas, you know. And every day, if I worship, I can offer different asanas with different beautiful colors, you know, like it can be silk of peach color, and according to if asana is a peach color, they see, then I offer beautiful different colors cushions for his back. Then I offer to him, like I decorate with my mind his asana also like a beautiful bouquet of the flowers, and I can see that in my mind. I offer them the cushions under their lotus feet, and what flowers I put on those cushions to their lotus feet. So everything can be, we can train our minds like this, you know, and then you have a full meditation after worshiping Lord. You will feel that your how to say personal, how to say in English, you will feel the persons as a Gaunita, and you will become very personal to the Lord. So I just shared my experience, the way how I worship Lord. For me, worship Lord, it takes 45 minutes. And of course, after when you do Shringar, everything, then of course you offer them agarbati, you do arati, yeah, you offer them agarbati, you offer them deepa, you offer them chamar, you offer them fan, you know how it is, you offer them sotarya vastram for them to vastram, that cloth which we are offering to deities is not just we are given as a gift. The cloth is for them to, you know, to utilize for themselves this cloth. Or suppose if I offering them to wash their mouth, or offering them to wash their feet. So I'm offering in Sotarya Vastram, you know, Aim Gurave Namaha, Sotarya Vastram, Klim Nityanande Namaha, Sotarya Vastram, Klim Gaure Namaha. So offering for their service that they can wipe their hands, they can wipe their face. So like this. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, Vajimata, just I need 1 minute. I just want to share like meditation doing in mind. Mind is a very, very powerful tool. And like even Krishna says, like mind can be our best friend, mind can be our worst enemy. So doing things with the mind are really, really powerful. We also know the story of that Brahmana who used to who once mentally prepared kheer, and just for checking, when he put his finger was literally burnt. And when he came out of meditation, his finger was really burnt. So it's a very, very powerful tool. And why I'm saying this, because now after coming into this field of healing, we are connecting to the patients mentally with mind. He may be thousands of kilometers away, and we do the healing, and he really gets cured. Our Saradev Girdhari Prabhu, he had big stone, 16, 17 mm and one 9 mm. I just connected, and within 14 days it was removed. And it is just the power of mind. So when he went back to the lab, the person, the lab technician, was surprised. He was amazed. Just 12, 14 days, there were such big stones where it has gone. So it's a very, very powerful tool, and we can use it positively. Like what you're doing, you can meditate, and we should get immersed. So the more immersed, more will be progressing into Krishna consciousness, purification, and lot of benefits. Hare Krishna.
Yes, I just wanted to add I agree. The mind is so powerful. We can, if we all the time thinking positive, then there is no will be problem with our health. The problem is our mind, which make us sick and diseased. So we can train our mind, do not be negative, do not think, do not fear, because everything, every organ is affected by this, our mind. Fear, we know, why is the kidney? Kidney is responsible for the fear. You know, if more fear we have, we have a problem with kidney. More anger we have, we will have a problem with the liver. And if there is a problem with the liver, there will be problem with our vision, with our eyes, because eyes are directly connected to our liver. And this is what happening. I remember also my father, he sometimes short temper, he get angry. But here the problem is the liver. Actually, he left his body because of he got some lump in the liver, you know, and he had all the time problem with eyes. All the time he had to do, not all the times, but 2 times he had to do operation on the eyes to remove the cataract. So it's all connected. Is we can be ourselves as a healers, but everything depends on our consciousness. And of course, highest is the Krishna consciousness, because it's the topmost. We are not even reached that stage, you know, of purity. But once we become pure in mind and heart, then we will be 100% guaranteed free of many complications with our health and many complications with our karma, you know. So that's also another benefit of Krishna consciousness, because the more we are practicing, more we become purified, more our mind will be purified, more our heart will be purified, the more we will be healthy. That's another point. Yeah, and also I want to tell one point. There's one Mataji, who husband got so much angry, and he hit her chest, you know, out of anger, because she was Krishna conscious. He was not. He was always against the Krishna conscious. So so much anger. Maybe it's not the strength. He hit her chest, and what's happened? Her lungs were torn. That just hit. Her lungs were torn, and there's a good. You look how Krishna was taking care of that devotee Mataji. Krishna sent some healer who was yogi mystic kind. He did operation immediately. She came to him. Look how Krishna guided from the heart. He always protecting his devotees. Even physically, she came to him and he did operation surgery without cutting chest, nothing, by his mind. She has still this scar in her chest. If it is 2 centimeter scar, if not, you know, because she is such a wonderful devotee of Krishna, so Krishna took care. He saved her life. Otherwise, she would die on the second day, you know. And that is the power of the mind, of course. There has come some CDs. Actually, some devotees, they don't even not aware that they have some CDs, but devotees not interested in all this, no, to have all the CDs. Hare Krishna. Yes, Mataji, sorry.
No, Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you very much. Excellent class. So many, valuable points. I was actually thinking I should have asked my husband Sri Prabhu to attend the class. So I would request Gopimanohar Prabhuji to send the video. And I was also thinking, because the first question, I mean, at least Grahastha life may, what came to my mind was about this mind space. Because what I feel is sometimes, the mind is so overwhelmed, that space is required for the mind, because once that space is created, then physically we are able to whatever it is manage. But when it gets so overloaded, so that's the thing, Mataji, that so I don't know what I do is, when I find that things are all fine, with my husband or with my kids, and I need to take care of myself for my mind space, I just remove myself from the equation for some time. I just take a break, go to a different place, recalibrate, and then come back, because that gives me the energy to continue. Because we may be positive, most of the time, but situations are, the fact is, the situations are sometimes negative because they are not exactly, and even if we try to deal with a lot of positivity, it takes a lot from our mind. And then, the mind is completely exhausted and requires that space where I don't think about any of those things. So what I do is, I don't know whether that works or not, to ensure that the relationship stays, that sometimes I just remove myself from all my duties. Of course, there is an alternate plan, but then that also helps, Mataji, because what I've seen is then they realize, the value of what, I've been doing, for them, and what, how much I've given up and all that. And then, they really wait for me to come back, and then I come back. So, but I do that periodically when I find that, I'm completely overwhelmed. And
when
Mataji,
it is already borderline, is already reached borderline, that moment you can feel you do it.
right.
And I suggest all Matajis, you should do time for yourself. You should also love yourself. You should take care of yourself, because if we will not take care of ourselves, everything in the house will become then, fall apart, because we are the people
Right.
who are holding everything together. We are holding everything on place. If we will be finished, everything will be finished in the house. So first of all is our health and mental health. Yes. And some devotees, they are saying that we should, how we can recharge ourselves. When we go, we meet another Matajis. From each other, we can recharge. We give energy to each other, we support each other, we understand each other. Yes. And or take a shelter, just have a peaceful time space, like you space yourself and immerse your mind in chanting. Either we can charge energy from the nature, we can go to the ocean. And for lady, because it is suggested to go to the water, to get that energy. Go to the ocean and spend time there in the ocean. Then from nature we can get energy, and then like this further we can try again to everything again in the family life. It should go again smoothly and everything, but husband have to give us this. Sometimes as the ladies we should talk to our husband. That's important. We should tell them, I'm already crossing the borderline. I cannot, I'm finished, I have no energy, I'm zero now, I need to be recharged. So sometimes husband need to understand this. Yes, my wife need to be recharged to again keep going on, life keep going on, and everything should be fine. Thank you,
and
Mataji.
second Mataji, the part that you mentioned about communication. So there's this famous book, Men Are from Mars and Women Are from Venus. So sometimes I feel it's like parallel lines, and they don't understand. The intention may actually be very good, but the execution doesn't happen, or execution happens in a way that we are unable to understand. So I feel, over communication is also okay, so that they completely understand, both parties, both husband and wife. That communication, I think, is very important, because we look at the same thing and the perception is very different. Because
Different.
sometimes I keep telling, I tell my husband, it looks like I'm from North Pole, you're from South Pole. Because parallel lines, we don't see eye to eye on anything. We've still been married for 26, 27 years now, but even now, it is like the communication sometimes, right, becomes very important, where we are coming from. Because you can empathize when you go through that situation, but the reality is they don't go through, the pain that, the husband doesn't go through, the pain that a wife goes through. You're expecting them to understand something that they've not processed. So I think, over communication is okay in this instance, so that we clearly, establish, where we are coming from, what we really want. Because same, Mataji, the way that you said, sometimes I feel, oh, I wish he would just do this thing, but he won't, but when I ask him, he will do it. So although so that's why I felt it's okay, it's okay to communicate. It's okay if he doesn't understand where I'm coming from, because it's not like, hypothetically, because he doesn't think, the way that I think. So that's something also, that I've been working on to help, the communication with. And I think the most important thing is, that came out in the classes. See, we're all, what happens is we tend to be selfish. So the moment, we get out of that, rather than thinking about and getting into that service mode, also, patience and service mode actually helps us to kind of develop the relationship, not only with the husband, with the kids, and with everybody around as well. But thank you again, Mataji, for a very nice class. And Gopi Manohar Prabhuji, I would definitely request you to send the recording. I do want to share it with a few people, so that they can also understand all these perspectives. Thank you very much again. Dandavat Pranam.
Thank you, Mataji, Vajayanti, Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. You spoke so well, you really, because sometimes I'm lacking English, how to express myself, maybe on my own language I would express better. So because it is thinking process, correct? How? But you are 100% right, because man's nature is from the Mars, we are from the Venus. We need communications. We need to talk to each other. We need to, especially wife, we expect from husband, but husband doesn't have anything in his head. He will not come to that point. That's why wife need to speak to him what I want from him, what I expect from him. That's a very beautiful point you just summarize and you express so well. Yeah, thank you so much, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Dandavat Pranam.
Yeah, Hare Krishna. I think no more hands raised. So thank you for such a wonderful session.
Thank you, Gopi.
Putting the points of a grasta wife, and so many points came up, so many realizations came up. So thank you for this wonderful discussion, and request you to please keep coming again and again and keep sharing your knowledge, your realizations. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu, so much for giving me this service. And I'm very glad too, even though I was like, oh my gosh, is it Tuesday? When I will have time to prepare? So I didn't prepare much. I didn't have time to prepare my class because all these days was so hectic for me and I was so tired. You can even still now feel my voice is very tired. But it is such a wonderful to really have all your association, and it's good for me, for myself, that I am getting again through these discussions, through this realization. So thank you so much for giving me this chance, and yeah, thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Actually, there's so much even to tell more and more, but how we can fit everything in 1 hour is not possible. Yeah, so many years.
Actually, in fact, I was thinking like, especially iskcon devotees, grahastas, they need a lot of guidance.
Yes.
Because I think sometimes material couples are much better than, because they both get so much engrossed in themselves. I have to do my. I've heard even cases where Mataji says, "Oh, I'm busy. I cannot cook. I have to do 64 rounds. You manage yourself." Sometimes husband is saying something. I can't help you. I'm so much tired. So yeah, I think such wonderful sessions are required, and I'm thinking like we can have maybe both of you and Praja, uh, keep sharing some wonderful points for grahastas. We can have a special different session only for grahastas where both of you can come. Maybe we can have this for a couple of days, maybe 2 days, 3 days session, and we can plan that in future, because both of you have so wonderful points, especially for grahastas, how to live a practical grahastha life. So we'll plan for that someday, very soon.
Yes. Thank you so much. Anyway, tomorrow is giving my Prabhu. Tomorrow is his class on continuation of this chapter.
Yeah.
Maybe he will tell something. He will mention
Yeah.
something, I'm sure. And thank you so much, Gopi Manohar Prabhu. It's always pleasure to be with you and association of your wonderful wonderful, wonderful Sangha. Here I can see so many devotees are attending the class. So thank you so much for coming. And thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyeva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha ananta koti vaishnavrinda ki jai.
Jai.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai. इस्कॉन
Hare
गुरुवृंद की जय.
Krishna.
गुरु महाराज की जय. सभी उपस्थित भक्तवृंद की जय. Thank you
Hare
and
Krishna.
see you soon. Hare Krishna. ओके, तो हम लोग आगे बढ़ते हैं और लेते हैं नरसिम्हा आरती.